State now looking to slow down the speed limit and scale back the number of lanes on Onondaga Lake Parkway.
The DOT sharing those plans at a meeting in Salina tonight. The state wants to make a portion of the parkway one lane in each direction. It also wants to have a raised median or place a barrier in the middle of the road. The speed limit would be lowered to 45 miles per hour all year long. And it would also replace the system that alerts trucks that are too high for the bridge. Our viewers have asked over and over, what about the bridge? Since 2016, 7 commercial vehicles have hit the CSX Railroad Bridge, despite all the signage and warnings.
News Channel 9's Josh Martin tells us there could be some developments down the road. Josh, bring us up to date on this.
Rod and Christy, if the proposal the DOT rolled out tonight goes through, the number of sensors telling trucks they're too tall for Onondaga Lake Parkway would double from 2 to 4. As for addressing the actual bridge that you see behind me, the DOT says there have been talks, but we are far from anything official. The signage says it all. Low bridge. Some signs even list the height of it. Still, incidents like these occur.
The safety improvement alternative.
Thursday night, the State Department of Transportation introduced new safety measures for parts of the parkway that didn't include the CSX Railroad Bridge. But the DOT says talks between the two have started.
We're very limited as what we can do with the bridge because it is owned by CSX. And up until very recently, CSX has always said that the bridge is in good condition and they had no plans to replace the bridge. But we've opened up discussions with CSX and they've changed their position a little bit. And what they've shared is that they would be open to replacing the bridge, but only if the state paid for it and we minimize disruption to the rail line.
Rodriguez says that kind of project would rack up a bill in the tens of millions of dollars. And there's no funding for that right now. Onondaga County Sheriff Gene Conway sat in to see what the DOT has planned. As far as the bridge, he thinks there's a bigger issue at hand.
We seem to be spending a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money to what I call idiot-proof this situation. And we seem to still have a situation where we have people that somehow are given keys to vehicles, buses, trucks, that for some reason can't or don't bother paying attention to the situation.
Sheriff Conway and members of the DOT had plenty more to say this evening. You can find those full interviews at localsyr.com. Live in the town of Salina, Josh Martin, News Channel 9.
Josh, thanks. Now, the proposed changes could be approved by the next summer. Construction would start in the summer of 2021.